So, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It's a really interesting time to live in. I never really thought that we'd get to see Mike Tyson back in this kind of scenario. To be facing somebody like Jake Paul, or that everybody that he could be facing, to be facing somebody like Jake Paul. But it just goes to show how the influencer space has kind of morphed into a powerful entity that is able to make dreams come true in some forms, right? From way. But I really want to make this video not just to the point of knowing who Mike Tyson is today and everything he has gone through to kind of cage the animal within himself. Because the slap that just happened, that's more on the marketing side to kind of help drive eyes to the final fight. The all right, all right. Let's truly talk about what's going on here, right? So we have Mike Tyson, a guy that has done it all when it comes down to boxing. He has lost it all. He has found himself. He's become enlightened. He has become the old man in the anime that you don't really want to mess with. Or he has become that guy who has built up a legacy, even with all his faults. Biting ear of Evander Holyfield and all that. He has become a legend, one of the last remaining legends of our time. And it took somebody like Jake Paul to be able to pull him out of retirement, and for that, even though this fight can go either way, I do thank Jake Paul for being able to put this together. And I remember on the side of Jake Paul, I remember when I first saw one of his videos. It was, I think, a little before he did the Everyday Bro song with Team 10. What's the hate that he got for that, and everything that kind of unfolded after that. Him versus his brother. When he tried to sell his course, and Team 10 kind of imploded, and he went down a spiral. When he made some different moves business wise, and came back around to now build himself up, even with all the controversy, because it's a part of the character that he's built up for himself, a controversial, polarizing person that is easy to hate, right? But even with all that, he's the only person that would have been able to bring Mike Tyson back out of retirement. Why do I say that? Because he is the only person that was able to bring Mike Tyson back out of retirement. Granted, he has had exhibition fights here and there, but for a fight like this, if I was to go into who should win or who could win, alright. Honestly, I think that Jake Paul should win. Not for the reason of alright, I think Jake Paul should win, but I think Mike Tyson is gonna win, because how they've kind of framed it, it's more like Mike Tyson is the good guy, Jake Paul is the bad guy, and this is probably gonna be what wraps up their their whole arc, unless something happens that they decide to push it to a rematch type thing. But Like if they make like a whole bunch of money, they decide to like have a part two, you know. But no, for real, they. And I think about how both of these guys have built up such different legacies. They've meandered and gone through all the bad decisions that one can make to get to this point together in this final fight, or final fight. It'll be interesting to watch and see how it all unfolds. If age or youthful exuberance will come out on top, because with age you'll have more experience and you'll know what to do. But Mike Tyson is rusty. Jake has been doing boxing matches every now and then. Mike Tyson had an ulcer a couple months back. So to see how this fight unfolds, I do hope that we get at least maybe round 5. If we don't see like an instant knockout at the very first part, and if that happens, it's gonna probably lead to this whole big thing of having to have a second part. But which either way it goes, when that final bell rings, it will be interesting. And the greatest thing about this, even beyond these two guys, is that it puts such a good light back onto boxing, and it's probably inspired like at least 100 new kids to try boxing. Even if they don't make it that far, it's probably inspired more than 100 kids to try boxing in some way, shape, or form, or some kind of fighting sport in some way, shape, or form. It has. So, regardless of who wins or what happens by the end of the fight, or if it ends in disqualification or some other unforeseen circumstance causes an issue, I want to thank both of them for doing what they're doing now. So we'll see who wins. We have the anticipation. The internet is watching on with bated breath. Hopefully it pays off in the right way. So yeah, I'm done rambling. Hopefully this has been good to watch. I don't know if but yeah, we'll see how everything turns out, and may the best man win. But even with that, it's kind of ironic because Mike Tyson for his whole career has been the bad guy. No, he's the jilted old man that was brought out of retirement, and he's the protagonist versus the antagonist in Jake Paul. An interesting time to be alive, and I love to see how this turns out. Well, that's it. I'm done rambling now, and that's the video, and we'll see what happens. Alright, maybe we'll make a video after the fight if it makes sense, or if I have anything else to ramble about this, I probably will before the fight. But that's pretty much it. Done. Yeah, I think so.